planes to trains, America is trying to rebuild its high-speed rail network, but it will cost billions and billions, if not tens of billions in dollars. And in an election year, it's really taking a back seat to politics.
Could the U.S. have a modern high-speed rail system comparable to networks in Asia and Europe? U.S. President Barack Obama thinks so. The U.S. National Reinvestment and Recovery Act budgets $8 billion to develop infrastructure projects to support a high-speed rail system for Americans. Amtrak says in the next 30 years, train passenger traffic will triple in the U.S. Northeast commuter corridor between Boston and Washington, D.C., already the most heavily traveled train route in the country.
It's a great time for public transportation. Last year we had the second highest ridership in this nation since 1957. In the first quarter of this year we saw a 5% increase over that from last year. People are coming to public transportation in droves. But right now the challenge is they're having enough capacity and enough funding to adequately serve those needs.
In California, the High-Speed Rail Authority believes hundreds of thousands of jobs can be created under a new high-speed network connecting Los Angeles and San Francisco, which was just approved by California lawmakers. Amtrak is asking for $151 billion over the next 30 years to build the next generation of high-speed rail. Travel times between New York and Washington, D.C. could take around 1.5 hours.
And if Amtrak gets their way and their funding, you'll see more high-speed trains like this Acela across the rest of the United States.
Despite the industry optimism, challenges remain. 2012 is a national election year. The outcome could leave funding a question mark.
The political debate in the U.S. right now is very focused on our large deficit. So building public support for making investments in infrastructure, which are quite expensive, has been a real challenge.
The cautious economic recovery also makes it difficult to secure financing for rail projects. And because the California high-speed rail project will cost at least $60 billion, there is doubt where future funding will come from. While advocates say high-speed rail will have long-term benefits for the United States, Amtrak has lost more than $500 million in last year alone. America's troubled national rail system has a long journey ahead to profitability.